All right, so I'll be honest. Today was a tough one. Yesterday, I took a rest day because I did 5K in the morning, Muay Thai in the afternoon, and then I hit a really hard back and bicep. Yeah, back and bicep workout the day before. Took off yesterday. Today, I was still feeling really sluggish. I barely ate anything yesterday. I had a packet of noodles and like 4 eggs and pieces of bread, but that was it. Some honey, a banana, like nothing. Today, I carved up in the morning just to get something in my body because I wasn't hungry again. But nonetheless, my motivation to go run a big amount is not too high. That's my body. Come here, face. It's not too high, but that's the perfect reason to do it. So just got home from some shoulders, and I'm gonna go and run 15 kilometers. This will be a benchmark for my pace, if I can do it without losing stride and walking, and just see how far I can run. And if I can run 15K, that's good. Next step will be 20. 20 will be the real pusher. But nonetheless, I'm going to go eat a banana. I'm going to drink some electrolytes. I'm going to pound some water. And then I'm going to load up, hopefully pretty quick, so I can get on the road. I don't have my watch on me, but it is currently, I think it's almost 6 o'clock, 5:55. So by 6, I'll be out of here and getting on the road. I won't bring you, but you will see me when I return. Hopefully in one piece. Nah, hold on. Get over here. Before I go, let's show you what I'm going to fuel up with real quick. If I can get you something here. Bang. Cool. Electrolyte packet, 500 milligrams of sodium. And I'm going to just add as much water as I can real quick. Okay. That's just the excess of my water. Anyhow, come here. I got my water filter thing here. Don't even need it to be cold. I just need some water. Let's kill this in one go. We're gonna need it. I barely hydrated today. Pop the lid. It's not even. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, that should settle when I warm up. Next thing I'm gonna do, eat some carbs, because I'm gonna burn through a bunch now. Hungry. That's more than enough. But that's literally it. That's literally everything I'm gonna have before I just throw my shoes on. I'm gonna take AirPods. Shoot, my phone's at like 50% too. Let me jump that on the charger. Let's see, follow me. Beautiful. All right, I'll let this charge for 2 minutes. Just gonna take my AirPods, my shoes, and that will be all. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. Yeah, 100%. Peace out, guys. I know it probably doesn't look it, but that was brutal. All right, so I got it done. I didn't really stop. Really, I didn't walk for any pace. But I did come across some obstacles. I ended up going up a bridge that was only incline. The decline the traverse, the ascent, the descent lasted about 10 seconds. The ascent, the uphill, the incline lasted about 2 minutes for one of them. Then the other one was a half a mile long bridge, and I can only say like 3/4 of it was all uphill. So I definitely burnt my hammies and my calves out. Got over the bridge. My tracking was funky on my watch, but I trust Strava more because it was being more accurate and it tracks my actual GPS mapping. So when I went on Strava, I was maybe about 300, 400 meters ahead on pace, and I was doing 9-minute mile pace, but I was also doing 11-minute kilometer pace on my watch. So I didn't really like that. But it's okay. I just went with my Strava, and then my watch eventually caught up to like 14.72 kilometers at the end of it. So a little bit of a difference there between the two trackers. I was in zone 5 for about 80% of that run. I'm out of shape. I was like, BPM average was like 165, 170. It was nuts. But we got it done. I didn't gas out. My lungs were good. It was my legs. I did run 5K 2 days ago. So I did 5K, then I did Muay Thai, then I trained back that day.
I drive up and down Harlem blocks, iced out watch, knots in my socks. Cops think I'm selling rocks, pulling me over to see if I'm drunk, but I'm sober. They wouldn't fuck with me if I drove a Nova. Listen, Columbo, you mad because your money comes slow, and what you make in a year, I make in one show. Now you wanna frisk me and search my ride, call me all kind of names, try to hurt my pride. You just mad cause I'm a young cat, pockets dumb fat, talking about where the gun at. I've been there and done that. I'm through with that illegal life, I'm staying legit. I love to see cars come cruising by, I'm playing my shit. I walk around with 6 style without a pistol, my whole clique's wow. I'm rich pal, no more sticks, I'm making hits now. I drink crystal, I'm through breaking laws. I don't sell coke anymore, I do tours. So get that flashlight out of my face to bring me down. Them jakes will do whatever it takes. Word up, them federals got my phone and my house tapped, praying that I fall for the mouse trap. I doubt that. Why do I end up in so much shit? I done came way too far to be calling it quits. Jake wanna lock me up even though I'm legit. They can't stand to see a young brother pockets get thick.
Hey yo, enough's enough. Federals try to set me up, put me in cuffs and crush what I lost into dust. Plus, they want a nigga soul, but they know Big Joey crack and never ride a cat that he know for sure. Death before the sun up. I left the streets alone since told deceased and almost killed his mama.
Is this thing on? Yeah, it is. So, make burgers. I really don't need to overcomplicate this process. Literally, it's so easy. You take some ground beef, you make them into patties, you slice some bread, and you eat them. Salt and pepper, your gravy. That's literally it. So, why am I eating burgers tonight? My usual intake is chicken and rice. I need some protein from some red meat. I haven't had it in a long time. So, realistically, I want to opt in one meal a day with some red meat. But it's okay if I don't get that, because I'm supplementing with other vitamins and so on, so I can keep on having the nutrients that I need otherwise. I just wanted some burgers today. Plus, it's been a very long time since I've had a hamburger. And I've got cheddar cheese. What's up, cheddar cheese burgers? Got my fresh red meat. Wash your hands always. I've got my griddle over here, which is perfect for making burgers. And it's as easy as that. I got one part for the bread, one part for the meat. You don't gotta overcomplicate it. It's really easy. It'll take less than 10 minutes. I'll make 2 cheeseburgers. Got my hamburger buns. That's it. Just got to get into it. So what is the main goal for this channel? What am I trying to do? You know, I asked myself that question too. Now that I have all this free time, I'm on my mini retirement, and I'm trying to do something with my life. Like as if I already haven't. You know, at the young age of 23, I've done many things that plenty of people don't do in their own lifetime. And that's okay, because not every life is the same. But I'm going to use every single advantage I have. And I feel like I wasn't doing that. I think I did a great job of taking advantage of every opportunity that I had. Maybe not to the fullest. But because of that, it kind of stuck me in a place where I didn't get complacent. That's not the right word. Because I always strove for more and more and more. I just kind of lost my way. And that became a little bit of a problem for me. Because I have such an amazing support group. And those people curated so much of my life with me. Not for me, but with me. Because they've always been super important that I keep around. And they've always supported me in all my decisions and my best judgment. I've never fulfilled anything to a greater extent that I'm incredibly proud of. But that's nonetheless. I still have done so many different things in my life that are incredible. And I can't stop there. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine yesterday. And I kind of quoted something that I didn't expect to out of the blue, but it wasn't the right quote that I said, but the real quote that I wanted to say, the same meaning, same metaphor. Only dead sharks swim with the flow. And if I'm not swimming in the flow and going towards the tide, towards the current, then I'm not going anywhere but backwards. And I don't want to go backwards because life is so short. There's no reason for me to stay in one place for too long if it doesn't provide me any value anymore. And unfortunately, I hit that marker in my own life, and I don't know what to do. So I did what I do in my best judgment. I picked up and moved. Moved to Vietnam. And here, costs are low. I have time to think, freedom. And now, I'm all by myself again. And praying, that gives me a sense of clarity and peace that I wouldn't have back home. But peace is always where you want it. And if I want peace here, I'm going to pray I have it. Throw that burger on the grill. Grab the other one. Bang. Flatten it out. It's about a pound of beef. So these are about a quarter pounder each. I don't know, maybe less, maybe more. I'm not going crazy on the macros. I just need to get this in my body because I'm not eating enough for the amount of exertion that I have been putting out. But back to the main point after that yap. What do I want to do? The pinnacle of my life always comes down to fitness for some reason. I've always kept that a non-negotiable. And, you know, always getting in the gym, whatever, so on. I've always tried to push my limits, but I've never had a period of time where, you know what, I can't say that. I've seen a period of progression throughout every season of my life. But this time I want to take it as far as I can. Beat a marathon, a 50-miler, an Ironman. Something grandiose. I'm always in it for the accolade of myself. Not to say that I don't care about others, but that's great that Kobe Bryant had a 50-point game or whatever. But what's my 50-point game? What's my Super Bowl trophy? What's my championship ring? What is my accolade? Right? And I think as human beings, we always set to go after bigger and better, which is fine. But my appetite hasn't been satiated yet, and I want more than anything to succeed in whatever I do. And I've been met with failure so many times, and I've been heartbroken from it so many times as well. And I've never really seen some of the greatest glory that I wish I would have. But that's not something I can change now. And I'm not going to be able to change it anytime soon. But what can I do? I can work towards something greater than me every day. And that's what's important. Because if I don't do that, I become the dead shark that swims with the flow. And I can't be that shark. I'm not solid in my plans. But that's usually when I get my greatest advantages. When I'm fluid. When I'm disciplined. Because that ends up being, for me, the better times in my life. What will I do with myself now that I don't have a 9-to-5 and so on? Am I going to deflate? What's the journey and purpose in my life that I've been looking for? Where can I improve? Where will I reach my greatest accomplishments? Maybe it's meant for me to be solo, so that I can bring back all the things and the joys of the world that I had to experience back as the man I will be when I come back home. I don't get to say that doing the same things over and over again. That don't bring me to newer feats and higher vantage points. You have to seek them. And with that comes the trials and the tribulations and the failures. I've seeked failure more times than I even can count. I forget about all the things I've done. That's how many times I've gone through the ringer. And unfortunately, that's just the story of how it plays so far. I can't change that. But you know what I can do? I can get up and go another round. I can get up and go another mile. I can get up and step out. I can get up and go for a swim. I can go for a jog. I can go for a walk. I can go for a crawl. And that's what I'm going to do until I get somewhere. Because I have no other option now. I've tasted this little bit of freedom, and now that's all I want. I want to bring my sense of freedom back into this world. Because we're only here for such a short amount of time. Why not do it spectacularly? Really, I want to be spectacular. I pray that I can withstand these next sets of trials and hard times and failures ahead of me. Because if that's what it needs to be in order for me to get to where I have to be and where God wants me to go, how fast can I fail? How many times can I go up and down, up and down, up and down until I reach a new level? I'm willing to seek it out. I'm willing to seek it out. I've got no other options, right? It's either get rich or die trying. But my momentous is not to get rich. It's to become something so great that it makes you wealthy in everything. That's where it really counts. If all somebody was a bunch of money and no experience in anything else, I'd consider that person a loser. You can be the richest man in Babylon, but if you've never seen past the open sea in the different parts of the world, how rich are you? You can be rich and do absolutely nothing with it. And that's just how some people live their lives. Personally, I could never do that. I would do so much if I had loads of money, but I don't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do so much until I have loads of money, because my bloodline deserves to see that, and I deserve to see that. because within me, I know I have that ability. And I need to go somewhere mentally, physically, anything to get me there. I just pray that God opens the right doors for me so I can do these things. So what is it next? You know, I ran 15K yesterday. I'm feeling really good. I ran at a solid, like, zone 3, zone 4 pace. And that's what really gave me a good benchmark of how I'm doing physically. Because that was like my first long run, I don't know, ever. My last long run before that wasn't anything crazy. Like, seriously. I don't remember the last time I ran that long. Maybe for wrestling. But other than that, like, that was 15K and I did it. Half a marathon will be next. And then next thing after that, probably a full marathon. Going all the way up to a 50 miler. And then a 100 miler. Because I think if there's anybody to do it within my group of people that I know, it's me. I've always had the discipline and the ability to just go and not stop until I get what I need. But now it's all on me because nobody knows what I'm up to out here. It really is just me. And I think it's important that I come back different. And to be different, I need to change who I am, no matter what. Although I love that person that I am currently, is what I'm doing going to take me to the next level? You know, I am seeking more, and because of that, I think I'm gonna have to have a bigger appetite, which means I'm gonna have to put on more stress and more opportunity and problem and fixing and stuff like that. But really, I'm on a good stride here. And I just need to keep it going. I need to keep getting up, keep getting after it, keep editing videos, keep working one after, day after day after day. Because hopefully somebody sees it and sees that ability in me to push as hard as I can. And then they become part of the team. Or I'll become part of a team. And I'll be surrounded by people just like that. And they'll take me to my greatest feats because, you know, I can go far by myself, I'm sure of it. But success unshared is misery. You can be at the highest peak of the mountain, and if there's nobody there to see the world with you, what was it worth? Just for you. You get to see it. But imagine you take somebody up there with you and you push to your limits. And you do the things you never thought you'd be able to do. And you have that ability. Man, I think that would be so unbelievable. I've been watching a lot of Nick Bare, Dan Churchill, Luke Hopkins, Ian Fonville. A lot of these, like, creators that have pushed themselves. Jake and Gelke. And all I can see is just me doing that. Me doing that. And I won't be straying from work there. Because that's where I survive. I love being in that deep, dark trench in the middle of the night, working after it. Because that's where I find my peace. And unfortunately, that's just how I'm built. But I want to be multifaceted. The most hybrid athlete, human being ever. Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, running, triathlons, weightlifting. I want to be as good as I can in as many disciplines possible. And then I want to go show the world that. So I'm going to go eat these burgers, look back at some footage, and go from there. I'll see you guys soon. 20K next. 20 kilometers. Like half a marathon. Maybe I'll just do half a marathon. I'll just run an unsolicited half a marathon. Why not?